So GPT 5.5 was launched just 7 weeks after GPT 5.4. Just 7 weeks. It used to take months to upgrade a model just a couple of years ago. So was it just a compulsion for OpenAI to release a model so soon, or there was some substantial improvement in the model? I believe there were four likely reasons behind it. Number one, competition pressure, because Anthropic and Google are moving really fast. Because just in April, Anthropic launched Claude Opus 4.7, Claude Mythos Preview, and Claude Design. And Google has already launched Gemini 3.1 Pro, Gemini 3.1 Flash, and Gemma 4 in this year. Number two is compute breakthrough. OpenAI probably has achieved efficiency jump, and we will talk about it in the video later. Number three is agentic race. Everyone is now chasing AI that actually works and not just the chatbots. And OpenAI claims that there has been significant boost in its agentic capabilities after GPT 5.5. And obviously it wants to be the front runner in this race. Number four is revenue driver. And I feel this is the most important factor because we have all been hearing news about financial struggles of the company of late. And more capable enterprise model meant more subscription and more API spend means more revenue. After going through the introduction article, I found that OpenAI is making mostly these five claims about GPT 5.5. Number one, better at understanding intent. It means GPT 5.5 is able to figure out faster what you actually mean, even if you give it a prompt which is messy and vague. Number two, it has gotten better at reasoning across context and taking action over time, which results into gains in agentic coding, computer use, knowledge work, and early scientific research. Third claim is that GPT 5.5 is really fast. Larger and more capable models are generally slow to serve, but GPT 5.5 matches GPT 5.4 per token latency in real-world serving, while performing at a much higher level of intelligence. Fourth claim is that it uses much lesser tokens to complete the same task, meaning it's much more efficient. And fifth claim is that GPT 5.5 has strongest safeguards till date with advanced cybersecurity capabilities. Now let us look at some performance benchmarks. Let us start with Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, which is a single score that ranks AI models not just by one, but overall capability. It's a weighted average of 10 other benchmarks. Now, if you look at the graph, for the same number of output tokens, GPT 5.5 is outperforming GPT 5.4, Claude Opus 4.7, and Gemini 3.1 Pro Preview. Now, let us look into specific benchmarks as per model's capability. Let's first look into agentic coding. OpenAI claims that GPT 5.5 is its strongest agentic model till date. Now, agentic capabilities can be tested using these two benchmarks. First is Terminal Bench 2.0, which actually tests complex command line workflows that require planning, iteration, and tool coordination. Now, if you look at the graph, for the same number of token, again 5.5 is outperforming 5.4. And at best, it is able to achieve the accuracy of 82.7%. The second benchmark is Expert Level Software Engineering. Now, here also 5.5 is able to outperform 5.4. Now, OpenAI shared some really cool demos of apps and games that have been created using Codex. The first one is Space Mission app. Second one is Earthquake Tracker. Third one is Dungeon Game. And then there is one more 3D game, which is UFO Tank Shooter. Now let's move on to the next capability, which is Knowledge Work. Knowledge work is basically everyday work on computer. Finding information, understanding what matters, using tools, turning raw data into insights, and generating documents and spreadsheets. In Codex, GPT 5.5 is better than GPT 5.4 at generating documents, spreadsheets, and slide presentations. It outperformed past models on work like operational research, spreadsheet modeling, and turning messy business inputs into plans. Now, for knowledge work capability, we have three benchmarks available. First one is GDP-Well, which tests agents' abilities to produce well-specified knowledge work across 44 occupations. GPT here scores 84.9%, which is higher than GPT 5.4 and Claude Opus 4.7. And on OS World Verified, which measures whether a model can operate real computer environments on its own, it scores 78.7%. And Tau2 Bench Telecom, which actually tests complex customer service workflows, it reaches 98% accuracy. Now let us move on to its next capability, which is scientific research. GPT 5.5 shows gains on scientific and technical research workflows, which actually requires much more than answering just a question. Because researchers need to explore idea, make hypotheses, gather evidences, validate those hypotheses, interpret the result, and decide what to try next. Now here we have a benchmark called Genie Bench. This benchmark focuses on multi-stage scientific data analysis in genetics and quantitative biology. And here also it shows that GPT 5.5 has got considerable gains over GPT 5.4. Now let's talk about GPT 5.5's next generation inference efficiency. GPT 5.5 model actually helped improve the infrastructure that serves it. So before GPT 5.5, OpenAI used to split requests into a fixed number of chunks to balance work across computing cores. And we all know very well that predetermined number of static chunks is actually not a optimal strategy for all kind of traffics. So to better utilize GPUs, Codex actually analyzed many weeks worth of production traffic patterns and wrote a custom algorithm to optimally partition and balance work. And this has helped GPT 5.5 considerably because token generation speed actually increased by over 20%. Now let's look at advanced cybersecurity feature of GPT 5.5. And with GPT 5.5, OpenAI is actually deploying stricter classifiers for potential cyber risk, which may annoy some of the users. And OpenAI says that GPT 5.5 is available to defend systems, institutions, and public. Now, talking about the cybersecurity benchmark called CyberGym, which actually ranks AI on their capabilities to detect vulnerabilities, analyze exploits, defend systems, and understand security scenarios. So here GPT 5.5 scores 81.8%, which is higher than GPT 5.5 and Claude Opus 4.7's scores. Now this is the same benchmark where Claude Mythos actually scored 83.1%. It means GPT 5.5 is not too behind Anthropic Claude Mythos on this benchmark. Now let us quickly talk about the availability of GPT 5.5 models. Now in ChatGPT, GPT 5.5 and GPT 5.5 Thinking are available to Plus, Pro, Business, and Enterprise users. GPT 5.5 is available to Pro, Business, and Enterprise users. It's not available for Plus users. And in Codex, GPT 5.5 is available to Plus, Pro, Business, and Enterprise users. So that was all about GPT 5.5 model. And let me know in the comment which capability you like the most about GPT 5.5 model.